What's up YouTube, this is Tian, bringing you a build guide update for our Bane Occultist. I want to tell you guys a little bit about my experiences with the build in previous patches, as well as telling you guys about what I'm excited for in the upcoming 3.9 Metamorph League. So I played it as a league starter in 3.7, still functioned great after the nerfs that were in that patch, so the damage went down by about 12%, still functioned fine. We still were able to kill Uber Elder on a tabula. It was pretty smooth, pretty easy as a league starter, and it hasn't really received any nerfs since then. In fact, it's just kind of been the benefit of some power creep. The new anointments that got added in Blight League, for example, global plus skill gems plus chaos gems have been buffs to the build kind of indirectly. In this upcoming league, I know people are a little bit worried that, the monster resist changes, things like that. I just want to say the build is still going to function just fine. It's really easy to play. It's a nice league starter for the upcoming league where we don't really know what's going on with the Atlas. I think, doing chaos damage over time is a really easy way to kind of complete your Atlas. And there's going to be some new toys to play with. We're going to get new awakened gems. So, a curse on hit. Awakened will allow us to get even more curses on our opponent, but one thing I want to tell you guys to look out for is that Bane doesn't actually hit, so your spell needs to hit for you to get curse on hit, and Bane actually just applies chaos damage over time, so you may need to hit with something that has a hit component. Maybe something like Soul Rend, which is actually a skill that benefits from all the same nodes on the tree that we'll be scaling anyways. Speaking of nodes on the tree, the anointments that I was talking about earlier, what are the good nodes to anoint? There's a couple good ones on the tree. Just basically you want to pick up that chaos damage over time multi. Maybe some of the ones that are really out of the way or that are preceded by, maybe just increased chaos damage. Instead of traveling or taking inefficient nodes to get that one juicy node that you really want, maybe just anoint that node instead and get some value that way. Other than that, really excited to play this build in the upcoming league. I think it'll be a good league starter and overall just be a strong choice, especially in a boss killing type league, because it's definitely one of the more tanky builds out there. In terms of required uniques, I think Vixen's is a really good unique to have, and it should be pretty cheap. It was cheap the last few leagues. The Diadem can be expensive in the beginning, but by the time you're taking on some of that end game content, you can kind of get it then. It's also not required for the build, if you want to just play it traditional life mana, mind over matter, or if you want to just pick up Eldritch Battery by using the 4 points that are, you're already up there for Hexmaster anyway, so it shouldn't be too hard to pick it up. Would be a good league starter. And last thing I want to mention is that, if you're really trying to min-max, bows and quivers will now have the chaos damage over time multi-mod. So people min-maxing, with those crazy fossil crafted bows and stuff like that, that could be a way to eke out even more damage there. And if you do use a bow, that adds another 6 link for you to maybe get a Soul Rend curse on hit setup or what have you. So that is my update for Bane Occultist. Best of luck in the Metamorph League if you are choosing this build, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.